Inhale, lower that left knee all the way down to the earth, arms up to the sky. Imagine you've got that yoga block between your thighs again. Hug it in. That'll help you to really feel that containment, that integration of your core. And now as we go a little bit deeper into this, don't compress into your lower back. You want to feel a sense of lifting up as we lift the heart up. So we're going to inhale, bend the knee, lift your heart up as you lean back. Exhale, back it out, elbows in, belly in. Inhale deep and lift up to lift your heart. Exhale, back it out. Keep going. Feel that lifting out of the lower back. Exhale, coming out of it. Find your breath rhythm again. Let your breath guide you through this little pulsing. Inhale, deepening, lifting the heart. Exhale, backing it out. Connect to the core. Beautiful. Again, inhale. Exhale, back it out. One more time. Inhale, deepen. Exhale, hands to either side of your right foot. Let your left knee lift. You're on the ball of the foot. Inhale, weight forward to the right foot. Left leg up to the sky. Exhale, let your left foot join your right foot at the head of the mat. Fold and hang. Heavy head. Yeah. Let that breath release. Find that space between the vertebrae. Can you really surrender here? You can make a little box with your arms and find that gentle sway side to side. And then even allow your feet just to open a little wider than hip width distance apart. Not super wide, just a little wider. Keep that box with your arms. Let your knees soften a little bit more. And then inhale, sway over to the right, curl up off to the right side. The box of your arms is going to come over your head. Exhale down to the left. Your knees are soft as you curl down. Inhale, back up off to the right side. Inner thigh zipping you up. Exhaling as you go down. Inner thighs decelerating on the way down. One more. Inhale up to the right side. Exhale, take it down to the left side. Stay here. Inhale up to the left. Inner thighs guiding you up. Exhale it down to the right. Inhale up to the left. Inner thighs are the impetus. Exhale down to the right. One more. Inhale it up. Stay all the way up. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhaling as you gather your hands into heart center. Yep. And now you can bring those feet into hip width distance apart, or even sits bone distance apart. Some of us think our hips are much wider than they really are. And with your feet set there, let your arms relax down by your sides for a moment. And close your eyes and feel your feet on the earth beneath you. Allow yourself to do a little rock forward towards your toes and back towards your heels, and just get a sense, keep going with that, of where you like to live. Some of you might feel a little bit more comfortable for your toes, maybe a little more comfortable back towards your heels. Maybe there's that comfort in the middle. Can you find that middle? Not too far forward, not too far back, but that just right, where standing feels sort of easy. And now let yourself shift to the right and to the left, and feel if there is a favoritism, comfort resting over into one foot versus the other. And just a curiosity there, not a judgment. And then allow yourself to find that you're not too far to the right or to the left. You're just right, finding that nice balance. And now allow your body to spiral across your feet. So feeling a little spiral of your body going 3 times one way, just spiraling across those feet. And the opposite way, feeling that articulation of your feet. And then again, find that stillness, that center point. Not too far forward, not too far back, not too far right, not too far left, where standing is easy. And now from this space of being easy, we're going to try to create some infinity symbols through the pelvis. So your knees might need to soften to create that. So trying to trace a figure 8 with your pelvis. you get that movement, you can let your eyes close again and just start to feel how that moves through your hips, through your pelvis. And as you're moving through your hips and through your pelvis, you might notice an area that feels kind of sticky or like it's lost some of the air in that circular motion. So what can you do to slow it down or to pause in an area that feels a little extra sticky, to release it, open it, to fill it? And now if you've been creating that infinity symbol going one way, can you now switch that direction that you were going with that infinity symbol? Just kind of tricky. So if you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I really can do that, go back the first way that feels a little less awkward, and then pause, and can you retrace your steps? And eventually it'll get easier and easier to find that. And now bring this motion back to center. And can you feel that you have your big toe mound resting to the earth, your baby toe mound resting to the earth, and that center of your heel resting to the earth? And then can you allow your pelvis to float right up above your arches? Can you feel your ribs floating right up above your hips, right up above your pelvic floor? Some of you might feel that the ribs are a little popped out in the front. So maybe bring your hands to the sides of your ribs and go ahead and allow your ribs to kind of pop forward. And if you need to peek your eyes open, you can. And then let your ribs kind of poke back behind you. So like we're doing a little bit of an supple cow and an arching cat here. Just subtle movement forward and back, getting familiar with that compression forward and the compression backwards. And then can you find that in between where your ribs aren't too far forward, not too far back, but they're right on top of your pelvis? And then let those arms relax down. Last piece of this little stacking puzzle is your soft palate. Can you feel the soft palate right over top of your diaphragm? And now take a few breaths with that, feeling that stacking of all of these diaphragms, the arches, the pelvic floor, the actual respiratory diaphragm, and your soft palate. Now we're ready to Om. Inhale those arms up to the sky, palms together, gather those hands into heart center. And the Om that we're going to do today is an ah, oo, like an ing at the end. It's a little bit more resonating than an Om. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Nice. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, find a halfway lift and let's just stay here. Let the weight shift a little towards the balls of your feet. Feel your inner thighs activate with that. Can you broaden your collarbones a little bit more? Can you let your neck be long so that soft palate is still in line with your diaphragm here? Take another inhale, lengthen your spine a little more. Exhale, fold to the earth. One more, just like that. Inhale halfway. Exhale, high plank and hold the plank. In your plank position, feel the inner thighs hugging in, zipping up towards your pubic bone to help that lower back fill. Feel a very subtle broadening of the collarbones, but you are pushing those hands into the ground. So there is a subtle rounding through the upper back that occurs with this. A few breaths, feeling a sense of gathering the heels of your hands back towards the balls of your feet and the balls of your feet forward towards the heels of your hands. Nice. Long neck. Yeah, I know. Plank is hard, isn't it? Holy cow. It's just a plank. One more deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. We're going to take the hands forward in front of the shoulders and out a little bit wider so we can mobilize our shoulders. So from here, you're going to peel the chest up just a little bit and rock your torso side to side. So it's like we're creating those infinity symbols in our shoulder girdle like we did in our pelvis. So we're going to spend a fair amount of time with our lungs and also with our arms. And I'll tell you why in just a bit. Inhale, peel the chest up. Exhale, lower down, hands right by your ribs. Inhale, peel up and look over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, peel up, look left. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift your hands, your chest, and your legs. Exhale, the hands down, hips back to your heels. Curl it up sitting onto your heels, or you can stand up on your knees if you need to. We're going to take an inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, a little side bend over to your right. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale it over to your left. Inhale, lift up, lift your heart up. Exhaling into a tabletop position. Find those inner thighs hugging in and zipping up. And now let's take that left leg, reach it back, and the right arm reaches forward. Point through those left toes. Feel that reaching, that precision back. Take another inhale. Exhale, gather it in. Inhale, reach with precision. Exhale, gather it in. Again, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Last time to gather it in. Inhale, reach it out and pause. Bend your left knee, reach that right hand back for the ankle. Kick that leg back. Breathe into that right collarbone. So our arms are highlighted during this season. The lung meridian and the large intestine meridians are highlighted in the season of metal, the season of autumn. That's where we are right now. Inhale, reach the leg back and the arm forward. Exhale that right hand down. Take it into a one-legged dog with that left leg in the air. Heel to your bum, twist it open. Maybe even lower that right forearm down to the earth. Lift it up onto those left fingertips and twist even more. Another deep, full breath in. Exhale that knee to your nose. Step that left foot forward between your hands. Wiggle the right foot back, giving yourself some distance here. Inhale, bend both knees, open your heart. Exhale those hips up and back. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale those hips up and back. Keep going, finding your breath rhythm. So during the autumn season, the metal season, this is a time that the trees aren't holding on to their leaves. They're letting them go. They're letting go of that unnecessary so that they have energy to make it through the winter. Inhale and the exhale. Inhale, right knee all the way down, arms up to the sky. Feel that gathering in through the inner thighs. And remember, let yourself lift up out of your lower back. So we're going to take that inhale, deepen your lunge, lift the heart. Exhale, back it out, elbows and belly in. Inhale, deepen, feel that lifting out. Exhale, back it out. Keep going. Again, find your rhythm. That inhale to deepen, feeling that energy lifting up. That exhale to back it out, cultivating into your core. Beautiful. Last inhale, deepen. Exhale those hands down. Let your left knee lift. Inhale that weight forward, your right knee lift. Weight forward to your left foot. You know me with my rights and lefts. Exhale, 2 feet to the head of the mat, fold and hang. Heavy head. That's it. You can make that box with your arms. Wash it away. Let it go. Let go of the unnecessary stuff. And then release those fingertips to the earth. Feel a hugging through the inner thighs as you curl all the way up to stand. Inhale, let those arms reach up. Lift your heart. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Deep breath in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. First one, so if you need to move it around a little bit, go for it. Keep your breath flowing. One more. Inhale. Empty those lungs, feet to hands, any way you need to get there. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach the heart. Exhale, fold. Full breath in, halfway lift. Fill those lungs. And chaturanga, empty. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep that breath flowing. Our lungs are highlighted during this season. Our lungs breathe in what is vital and let go of what we don't need. One more deep breath in, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, exhale to the earth. Inhale halfway, chaturanga, nice open heart as you lower here. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Yep. Last breath in, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold it down. Bend the knees, but keep your fingertips to the earth and look at your feet. And make sure that your toes are pointing forward and have your heels pretty much behind the space between your second and third toe. Okay, so pretty specific there. And now bring your hands onto your quads and let your torso lift up, but keep your eyes at your knees and your toes. So we should have our knees right over top of the second toe. So checking that out. Keep your eyes where they are. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, let your hips lift up just a little bit higher, keeping your knees right over that second toe. And then sink your knees deeper, keeping those knees over that second toe. Inhale, lift it up a little bit. Knees stay tracking. Exhale, sink. Yep. If you feel like you've got it, go ahead and reach those arms up. Let your gaze lift up. But can you feel in your mind's eye that you still have those knees over the toes? That inhale, little lift of the hips. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, sink it down. We can even add the arms in, little lift. And as you sink, bend the elbows into cactus. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Yep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. For the rest of the class, this is it. Inhale, lift. JK, exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold down to the ground. I'm not that cruel. Inhale, halfway lift sometimes. Exhale, chaturanga, nice open heart. Deep breath in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing, right foot forward, coming up into warrior one, holding the first one. So as you feel your feet on the earth, press that outer edge of your left foot down. Feel your left arch wanting to lift up away from the earth a little bit. And then press all 10 toes into the ground, feeling your arches lift even more with that. Keep that sense of grounding and anchoring and prehensile capability in your feet as you draw the right upper leg bone back to help square the hips. And now gather in through those inner thighs. Feel that lift through your waist to lift your heart up. Now take another inhale. Let your arms reach open. Exhale, the hands come down. Step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward. Come on up into warrior one. Breathe. Feel the outer edge of your right foot pressing down. Suctioning up, and then all 10 toes press down. Yep, to lift those arches even more. Feel the inner thighs squeezing you up through your core to lift your heart up. Take another inhale, arms open wide, and then exhale, those hands come down, step it back, chaturanga. Full inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. That weight back into your hips. Ease in your neck. Last inhale here. Empty those lungs, feet to hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. One inhale, Utkatasana. Fill those lungs. Exhale, fold, empty. No race. Inhale halfway. Chaturanga, empty completely. Full breath in, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Inner thighs bring you up. Open those arms wide at the top. Exhale, move through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward. Inner thighs bring you up. Let those arms reach out wide. Move through your vinyasa. Empty those lungs and fill them and empty them again. So again, no race here. Really allow your breath to guide you through. Last breath in. Empty those lungs, feet to hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold it down. Bend those knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, fill it up. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in, halfway. Chaturanga, empty. It is not a race. Full inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward, that full breath in to reach up. Let those arms open wide at the top. Move through your vinyasa. You'll make your way to your other side when your breath guides you there. And as you lift up, let those arms reach out wide at the top and move through your vinyasa. No rush. Let your breath be your guide. Beautiful. And then when you arrive in your downward dog, where can you surrender? Where can you let go of that unnecessary gripping here? One more inhale, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold it down. Bend those knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in, halfway lift, fill it up. Chaturanga, empty completely. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward on that pause. Full inhale, reach up. Let those arms reach out wide. Move through your vinyasa. Your breath guiding you. And once you get there, left foot steps forward. Inner thighs lift you up. Arms reach out wide. Move through your vinyasa. Your breath, your rhythm. We will all meet in downward dog pose eventually. Yep. Last breath in, empty it out, feet to hands. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold. Bend the knees, full breath in, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, empty. Inhale halfway, Chaturanga. Deep breath in, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, right foot forward. That inhale reaches you up, arms wide, move through your vinyasa. Taking your time. Yeah, when you're ready, that left foot steps forward. Inhale, reach it up, arms wide, move through your vinyasa. Where can you let go a little more in this pose? Now let's take the hands and walk them all the way back to the feet so we end up at the back of the mat. Finding a forward fold here. And toe heel your feet open as wide as your mat. So the sides of your feet line up with the sides of your mat and like some super extra wide mat, which I don't think anybody in here does. Now we're going to bend those knees. Bring your elbows onto your quads. And we're going to inhale, reach the heart forward like we're going into that supple cow. And then exhale, round that arching cat. Inhale, open the heart. Exhaling to round. Keep going. Again, find your pace, your breath rhythm, filling your lungs completely with the inhale. And emptying all the way with the exhale, finding your metronome. Yep. One more inhale, open the heart. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Heavy head. Create those infinity symbols with your pelvis right here. Yep. And toe heel those feet to be about hip width distance apart. And then slowly start to curl your way all the way up to stand, letting your arms reach up to the sky with an inhale. Exhale, gathering those hands into heart center. Bring your hands onto your ribs. So we did the forward and back motion with the ribs earlier. We're going to try to do a little trickier movement with the ribs. It's a shifting of the ribs side to side. So shifting your ribs over to the right and then shifting your ribs over to the left. It's a little tricky. One way is a little bit easier than the other way. So I have a easy time shifting my ribs over to my right. Not so easy moving my ribs over to the left. Do you all have a sense of maybe the side that's a little bit harder for you to find? Is anybody not quite sure what's going on with those ribs? Yeah, I'd say over to the right for you there. Yep. Anybody not quite sure? Okay, so we're going to reach the side up that's harder for us to shift to. It doesn't feel as good shifting over that way. Side bend away from it. Inhale, come right back up. And then exhale, side bend away. Inhale it up. Exhale, side bend away. So now a little bit of a trickier thing. We're going to bend the same knee that we're side bending away from. Inhale to lift. Then the same knee that you're side bending away from. That foot stays to the ground as you bend the knee. So what that's creating for us is that hip is dropping and it's lengthening this side even more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Come on, back up. Hands to your ribs and just feel if maybe it feels a little less awkward. It might still feel awkward going that way because it's taking you this long to create that compression through that side. It's going to take not as long to release it. So now that we've got our ribs pretty well balanced over top of us, let those arms relax down by your sides. Let your eyes close and let's find that stacking of the diaphragms that we found at the very beginning. So your feet feeling the big toe mound, your baby toe mound, and the center of your heel connecting to the earth. That might already give you a sense of your arches lifting a little bit. Now, can you feel your pelvis right over top of your arches? You might need to move your pelvis a little bit to find that. Can you feel your rib basket right over top of your pelvis? Not too far forward, not too far back. And then last, feeling the soft palate right over top of your diaphragm. Nice long neck. Start to breathe here, feeling your breath moving in and moving out. As you're breathing, can you feel that your pelvic floor and your diaphragm are talking to each other as you breathe? Feeling that communication there. And what is occurring as you inhale, the diaphragm and the pelvic floor depress down. And as you exhale, slowly lift back up. Inhale, a depression down, and exhale, a lift up. You might even notice that this movement is also occurring in your arches. As you inhale, those arches depress down a little bit closer to the earth, and as you exhale, they lift up a little higher away from the earth. The only thing that is in opposition is that poor little soft palate. So as we inhale, that soft palate suctions up, and as you exhale, it softens down. So as you breathe, can you feel this sense of a lift with your inhale, this accordion expanding top to bottom, and as you exhale, a subtle shrinking back in. Inhale, this accordion lengthening, expanding, and an exhale, a subtle shrinking back in. Beautiful. This is a really lovely way to help to integrate your body. Practice that I utilize in the morning and in the evening just to center myself. Let's take a nice full breath in, arms reaching up overhead. Exhale, fold it down to the earth. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, walk it out to your downward facing dog pose. Right leg, inhale, float it up to the sky. Heel to your bum, twist that hip open. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, your right knee comes to your nose. Inhale, lift, twist that leg open again to the right. Exhale, knee outside of your right upper arm bone. Inhale, lift, twist it open again. Exhale, let the knee cross over to the left. Kick your leg through to the left, spiraling your left heel down and reaching your left arm up to the sky. Feel that squeezing in through your inner thighs to help you to lift your hips. Can you reach that left arm back a little bit more? Can you reach it open a little bit more? Yep. Exhale, left hand down, right knee into your nose. Inhale, reach it back one more time. Twist that hip open and then step that right foot forward between your hands. Keep your hands to the earth for a moment. Feel that drawing of your right upper leg bone back so your left snuggles forward. So we're finding that core integration. Inhale, come on up into crescent warrior. So still feeling those inner thighs hugging in to feel that integration through your upper body. Turn the palms forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold and sweep the arms back. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, fold and sweep. Yep. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, fold and sweep. One more time. Inhale, bring it up. And now exhale, fly forward into airplane pose. Interlace your hands behind your back. Feel your shoulder blades hugging in together. Broaden across those collarbones here. Yes. And now gently step it back. Crescent warrior. Inhale. Exhale, open to warrior two. Hands to hips. Get that right heel dividing your left arch in half. And get those hips looking straight over to that long edge of your mat. Last little piece here, hands up onto your pelvic shelf. So not just the hips, but cut it high and bring your hands on top of your pelvis. Is it level? If it's not level, chances are you need to bring the weight back a little bit into your left hip, your left leg. And now arms out to your T. Turn your palms up to the sky and really feel like you're pulling your arms apart. And now can you soften your arms apart? Feel that ease and that surrender. Gaze looking over your right middle finger. Feel that softening apart. And now we're going to find a little flow. Inhale, straighten your right leg, arms up to the sky. Exhale, arms soften down to the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften it down. You might be able to feel a little bounce. So as you soften down, can you give yourself a little bounce through the front leg to help kind of spring you back up? So that exhale down, little bounce. Yep. Exhale, that little bounce to inhale you up. Yep. Little bounce at the bottom. Good. One more time. Find that little bounce. Now let your left hand grab your right wrist. Pull that right arm back. Big stretch. Stay here. Inhale, lengthen through that right side. Exhale, soften it back even further. Inhale, lift it up and melt out to triangle pose. Yeah, we're going to mobilize here a little bit, triangle pose as well. So take your left arm, reach it overhead. Exhale, let it lower down to the ground, back to your hip, inhaling up to the sky. Exhale, overhead to the earth. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, overhead and down. Inhale, back up. Yeah. That's it. Last time as you inhale up, lift the torso all the way up with you, turning the toes to face that long edge of your mat. Hands to hips. Feel like you're scooping sand into your midline. Take an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold to the earth. Hands come down. And let's take our hands, crawl them forward a fair amount to where you feel like you've really got a lot of weight in your hands. And now push your hips back and let your chest hang. So it's kind of like a weird wide-legged downward dog pose. Feel your heart softening through those shoulders. Feel that element of surrender here. Then let those hands walk back in towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to your right foot, pivot all 10 toes forward. So we're in this runner's lunge position. Your right foot is the one that you're looking at. It's going to inhale, kick up and back behind you into a one-legged dog. Heel to your bum. You flip your dog over. So taking that right foot behind. Yep. Squeeze in through the inner thighs to help you to lift those hips up higher, and maybe nice big circles with that right arm. Just find a nice mobilization range of motion. And inhale, unflip, right leg up to the sky. Exhaling into right side half pigeon. Heck yeah, Angie. You know where we're going. Inhale, lift that heart up. Exhale, let the heart lead the way down. From the pit of your belly, we're going to right away inhale, ripple back up. Let your heart lift up. Exhale, the heart leads. Again, inhale from the pit of the belly, ripple it up. Heart leads down and stay down. Let your forehead touch down to something, a block, your mat, your hands. And in the spirit of letting go, the spirit of the autumn season, as you inhale in your mind, tell yourself let. And as you exhale, tell yourself go. Letting go sounds so simple. It's one of the more difficult things for us to do. That why that you came up with is how you can find that motivation to let go. Coming back to your why will help you let go of that unnecessary stuff that gets in the way of you being able to maintain your energy, for you to be able to gather in your resources and fill your cup more fully. It's in that letting go that we create space. That inhale, let, and the exhale, go. You can stay right here appreciating this pose. Or if you want to grow the pose, you can crawl your hands in towards that right knee, letting your torso lift. And you can bend that left knee, reaching your left hand back for that ankle. And you can stay here upright, hugging into your inner thighs and trying to explore reaching the right arm up to the sky to find a balance. Or you could try to hook your right elbow around, your left elbow rather, rights and lefts again, get me every time. You can hook it around and find that mermaid pose, finding those arms overhead. Focusing on your breath wherever you are. And gently release your left hand from your ankle. Everybody, let's crawl the hands in towards the right knee. And we're going to rock on over to the right butt cheek so that you're twisting your hips open towards the long side of your mat. And as you twist your hips open towards that long side of your mat, just adjust your left knee so the toes and the knee are looking up to the sky. Yep. So we're going to inhale the arms overhead, side bend it over to your left leg, bend your right elbow and cup the back of your head. Yep. Yep. So side bend. Yep. Right elbow behind the head. I think we've all got it. Inhale. So switch those arms real quick, Janet. Left hand. Yep. There you go. Inhale. Open your heart to the sky. Exhale. Spiral it down towards that left knee. Inhale. Open your heart to the sky. Exhale. Spiral it down. Keep going. Inhale to spiral open. Exhale to spiral it down. Yep. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, spiral it down, hands to either side of your left leg. Inhale, reach your heart out towards your toes, and then soften your heart towards your toes. Bring your chin towards your chest so the neck is long. And where can you surrender here? Where can you let go of that unnecessary fighting into this pose? And it's in that letting go that we actually melt further without effort. Find that balance between the effort and the surrender. We're going to find our little flow here. So now we're going to take let's see, let me get my legs on the right side so I don't mess up the rights and lefts here. Okay, so right hand is going to sweep towards the head of your mat. And if you're not quite towards the head of the mat, twist your right knee. So your right knee is kind of pointing towards the head of the mat. Yep. And your leg open wide. There you go. Yep. So right hand, head of mat. And then take your left hand. You're going to sweep it in front of you, pushing your hips up. This is called stargazer. Exhale, lower down, twisting back to your left leg. Inhale, lift it up to stargazer. Exhale, lower it down, twisting to that left leg. Again, the inhale to lift you up. Exhale to bring it down. Now this time, inhale, lift it up. We're going to take that left hand, bring it down. You're on the ball of your left foot. You might need to adjust a little bit on your mat. Bring that right knee into your nose. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back, twist that hip open, and just lower the right foot down into downward dog pose. Inhale, ripple it forward to your plank. Exhale all the way down to the earth. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pull your hands back to lift your chest up. Reach your legs so far back that they just float up off of your mat. On your inhale, feel like you're breathing up into your chest. And as you exhale, can you soften your shoulder blades down your back a little more? That inhale to bring you a little more vitality. Exhale to find ease. One more. Inhale. Exhale all the way to the earth. Relax those arms. Turning your head whichever way you want to. Can you really inhale and feel the weight of your body surrender into the earth? No need to hold on to anything right now. And forehead to the earth. Interlace those hands again. Pull the hands back to peel the chest up. Let those legs reach so far back they just float up off of the earth. And you can find some swimmer kicks here, kicking your legs up and down. Yep. Really communicating into that deep core support with this. And all the way to the earth. Let your head turn the opposite way of which it was the last time. And can you again just let yourself surrender? Trust that the earth has you. And forehead to the earth, hands by your ribs, like we did in the very beginning. Inhale, peel your chest up, look over the right shoulder. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel it up, look left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, the hands, the legs, and the chest all lift. Exhale, hands down, hips to your heels. We're going to curl it up, sit up onto our heels. Inhale, let those arms reach up. Exhale, side bend it over to your right. Inhale to lift. It doesn't matter. We'll do both sides. Exhale it over to your left. Inhale, lift it up. Reach your heart up. Exhale, hands come forward. Curl the toes under. Downward dog pose. Let's take a nice deep breath in here. Settle in, downward dog. One more of those cleansing breaths before we move on to the other side. Let's inhale, left leg to the sky. Heel, twist it open. We're not flipping yet. Take another inhale. Exhale the knee to your nose. Inhale, lift, twist it open to the left. Exhale the knee outside of the left upper arm bone. Inhale, lift, twist it open. Knee crosses over to the right. Kick that left leg through to the right. Spiral that right heel down. Yep, right arm up to the sky. Zip up through those inner thighs. Can you reach that right arm open a little bit more? Yes, broaden across the collarbone. Exhale, right hand down, left knee to your nose. Inhale, reach it back, twist it open one more time. Exhale, the left foot between your hands. Stay here for a moment. Appreciate this little pause. Feel that left upper leg bone drawing back right forward, and then inhale it up into your crescent warrior. Keep those inner thighs hugging in, palms forward. Inhale, exhale, fold and sweep. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, fold and sweep. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fly forward into your airplane pose. Interlace those hands. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift the shoulder heads up away from the earth. Yes. Nice, Suzette. And gently step it back. Crescent warrior. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to warrior two. That left foot divides the right arch in half. Yep, hands to hips. Get those hips looking over to the long edge, and yeah, right on top of those pelvic shelves. Are they level? Very nice. Arms out to your T. We've got this. Turn those palms up to the sky. Feel those arms pulling away from each other, and then surrender those arms apart. Yep, gaze over the left hand. Can you surrender those arms even further apart? Nice. One more breath. Find that ease. And then inhale, straighten that left leg, arms up. Exhale, soften down. Find that little bounce at the bottom to inhale you up. Exhale, that little bounce. Let that breath guide you through. One more time, bounce it down and then come on up, letting your right hand grab your left wrist, pull that left arm back. Take an inhale, lengthen through that left side a little bit more and soften back even further. Nice. Inhale, lift it up, arms to T, melt it out to triangle pose. Expanding across those collarbones. And in your triangle pose, let that right arm reach overhead. Exhale it down to the ground. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale it overhead and down. Let your eyes follow your hand, and that'll help you to mobilize your torso a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. Nice. One more. Inhale. Let the arm lift your torso all the way back up and turn those toes to the long of the mat. Hands to hips. Squeeze that sand into your midline, lift the heart, and lower all the way down. If you were hoping to find an inversion here, by all means, go for it. This is your practice. Honor what you need. Not what you want, but what you need. Ask yourself what you need in this pose and explore that need. Allow your breath to guide you, to maintain your pace, soothe you, to bring vitality back into your system and clear out that unnecessary stuff. And if your feet are up off of the earth, go ahead and bring them back down. And let's all inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands over to your left foot. Pivot forward. We're in that runner's lunge position. Left foot is the one that you're looking at. Inhale, reach that left foot up and back. Heel to your bum. You can flip your dog over. Zip up through those inner thighs to lift the hips. And if you want to find some nice juicy arm circles here, go for it. And let's inhale, unflip, left leg up to the sky, left side, half pigeon, please. Inhale, let your heart lift up. Exhale, the heart leads the way down. From the pit of your belly, inhale, ripple right back up, heart lifts. Exhale, the heart leads the way. One more time, inhale, ripple it up, heart lifts. Exhale, the heart leads the way, stay down. Get cozy here. Let your forehead rest to something. I didn't say it on the other side, but can you allow your shoulders to find ease? Can you move your arms in a space that allows your shoulders to soften? So right there, one of those unnecessary things that we tense into in this pose. That inhale, let, exhale, go. Letting go of all that extra stuff, all the stuff that just doesn't matter. And if you notice that your mind wanders to some other story or some other place, gently bring it back to that inhale, let, that exhale, go. And you're welcome to stay right here in this pose, appreciating this pose. Or if you want to take it further into a front body stretch, you can crawl your hands into that left knee, letting the torso lift. Bending your right knee, reaching your right hand for the ankle. This could be it, squeezing in through the inner thighs and maybe playing with your left arm, reaching up to the sky. Or hooking that right elbow around the ankle and maybe trying to bind those arms overhead for mermaid pose. If you're still in the pose, appreciating the stretch, still find that inhale, let, and the exhale, go. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. And gently release your hand from your ankle. Everybody, let's crawl those hands in. And we're going to rock over to the left butt cheek, twisting the hips to that wide end of your mat. And just adjust that right knee and the toes so that they're looking up to the sky. So we're going to inhale, arms up to the sky. Side bend over to your right leg. Bend your left elbow, cup the back of your head. That inhale, twisting the chest towards the sky. Exhale, turning it down towards the knee. Inhale, open to the sky. Yep. Exhale, down towards that right knee. Keep going, finding your spiral. Yep. That inhale to open, that exhale to close. This next time, exhale all the way down. Hands to either side of your right leg. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Let your heart reach out to your toes and soften your heart out to those right toes. Chin towards your chest, the neck is long. Find that Let go of that gripping. Two more breaths here to let go a little more. Last breath. And then take your left hand, inhale, sweep it to the head of the mat. Let that right arm sweep up in front of you to lift you up in that stargazer. Exhale it down, twisting back to the right leg. Inhale, lift up, stargazer. Exhale, lower it down and twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale to soften it down. Yep. Inhale, lift. That exhale to soften it down. Last time, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, come back down to your bum. And just a super graceful way, we're going to swing the leg to the head of the mat. So we're here in our seated staff pose. But we're going to bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Hands back by your feet. Inhale, lift up into reverse table. If that's not the pose for you, you can stay with your bum to the earth and lift the heart. Wherever you are, take another inhale. Exhale, lower your bum down if it is lifted, chin to your chest. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. A few more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Finding that pulsation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift. Stay lifted. Let your knees circle 3 times one way. Your whole body should move with this. And then 3 times the opposite way, just a full body circle. And then inhale, lift those hips up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower it down. Wrap your arms around the shins, forehead to your knees. Just a little hugging into yourself. Maybe a rock side to side because it just feels like we need to do that, you know? And then lift the head up, stretch those legs forward and curl all the way down onto your back. Bend the knees, soles of the feet onto the earth, right on up into bridge pose. As you lift up into your bridge, interlace your hands beneath you, tuck your shoulders under, and then feel that communication of the inner thighs, that hugging in towards each other and zipping up. And let's inhale, float the right leg up to the sky, pointing through those right toes. Take an inhale, exhale, reach your right leg forward so it's parallel to the earth. Yep. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale to the sky. One more time, reach it forward. Inhale to the sky, bend that right knee, place the foot, adjust your arms, adjust your shoulders, re-engage those inner thighs. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, point through those toes. Inhale, exhale, lower it down parallel. Inhale, lift, exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, lift, one more time, reach it forward. Inhale, lift, bend the knee, place the foot, adjust for a moment, take another inhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Switch those knees side to side. And knees to the sky. Hands can go overhead, ready for wheel. Fingertips facing the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, find your pose, bridge or wheel. Either pose, we're inner thigh engagement, very focused here. Feel that inhale, breathing vitality in, that exhale, letting go of the unnecessary junk. One more inhale, exhale, come on down, switch those knees. Hands overhead if you're going for it, and lift right on up, bridge pose or wheel. Inner thighs are active, bridge or wheel. You could let your right leg float up to the sky and rotate that right ankle around. And you can lift that right foot down, left foot up to the sky, rotate that ankle around. Yep, 2 feet to the earth, one more inhale, and bring it down. Swish those knees. And knees to the sky, hands overhead. Let's do it, lift up. Engage into those inner thighs. That inhale to feed you, that exhale to soothe and soften. to let go of that unnecessary gripping. Even in this pose, I'm telling you, there's something you can let go of. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Come on down. Swish those knees. We only have 1 more bridge, 1 more wheel, whichever pose feels right for you. Get those hands ready and let's do it. Lift up. If you already floated a leg up to the sky and you're in wheel, you can let your right hand reach towards your right hip. And you can bring that hand down and left hand towards your left hip. And that hand down. 1 more breath in and back down to earth. Let's drop both knees over to the right just to wring out the spine here. Left arm reaches to the left. And just clear it out like a wet towel. And knees on over to the left, right arm to the right. Again, just wringing out that spine. Clear it out. And back to center. Hug those knees into the chest. Little circles with the knees 3 times one way. 3 times the opposite way. And let's lift our legs straight up to the sky. So we've got some options here. You can have your hands down to the ground to either side of you. You could lift your bum and take your hands underneath of your sacrum. Third option would be chin up to your chest with your hands, could be reaching forward. We'll give that a go, see how it goes. We're going to cross the right ankle in front of the left ankle. And you're going to crisscross your ankles. And as you do it, your legs are going to lower towards the earth. And then you're going to crisscross your ankles back up to the sky. So as you crisscross the ankles and the legs lower to the earth, make sure that there is no space between your lower back and the earth. There should not be any straining in your lower back. So that means your legs may not lower very far, and that's okay. Go where you can. Listen and love your body and what it can do for you today. 1 more time, crisscross it down. Crisscross it up and hug those knees in, lower the head. Let's just bring the feet down and lift up into a bridge just to stretch open the abs. Just for a moment, interlace those hands. Nice big stretch for that front body. Good, and come on back down. Legs back up to the sky. Same hand and head arrangement. The toes are pointed. And this time we're going to take an exhale, lower the right leg and let it hover a few inches above the earth. Inhale to let it lift. Exhale that left leg. Inhale to lift. Exhale the right. Inhale to lift. Yep. Exhale the left. Keep going. That exhale to lower, belly button into the spine. Again, no space between the lower back and the earth. Yep. That inhale to lift. That exhale to lower. 1 more time, right leg. And last time, left leg. Hug those knees in, lower the head. Let's give ourselves a little bridge stretch again. Feet down, lift those hips up, interlace those hands. Nice big stretch. And come on back down. All right, yogis, knees to your chest. So we have an inversion option. You can stay on your back. If you want to go into an inversion that you need your head or your hands or something else on the earth, you can rock up. Otherwise, stay on your back for leg up the wall pose or shoulder stand. You can draw those legs all the way overhead, hands supporting onto your back. So some way to get those feet up above the heart, helping us to drain out that lymphatic fluid and the cardiovascular fluid as well. Keep that breath flowing, even in this pose, that full breath in, that complete exhalation out. For leg up the wall, find that ease of your upper leg bones, just sinking towards the pelvis. If you're in another inversion, shoulder stand or headstand, inner thighs are hugging in and reaching towards the balls of your feet. Shoulder standers, you can take those legs overhead into a plow pose. And if you're in another inversion, give yourself a child's pose for a couple of breaths before we work our way back onto our backs. Shoulder standers, you could go into your bent knee plow. Let's all work our way back down onto our backs. Hug those knees into your chest. And let's find a happy baby pose, reaching the hands for the feet. And before you rock, can you reach your sits bones towards the head of your mat to lengthen through the lower back? And can you reach your breastbone towards the head of your mat to lengthen your spine? And then rock. So rocking from a space of length. And then bring those feet down onto the earth. Swish those knees side to side. Wash away anything else that you just want to leave here. And I'll just mop it away for you. And slide those legs all the way long. Shavasana. I've got some cool towels I'm bringing around for everybody. You're welcome. Adjust your hips. Adjust your shoulders. It's a nice wet one. We could all use a nice wet one. That's right. All right, y'all. Take a nice full breath in. Feel that ease softening you into the earth. And then as you notice, as you observe that inhale moving in your mind, let. And as you observe that exhale in your mind, go. That inhale, let. The exhale, go. And if you notice that another story enters into your mind, takes you down another path, that noticing is called practicing mindfulness. So well done. When you notice, lovingly bring yourself back to that inhale, let, the exhale, go. And I'll let you all know in just a bit when we can come back upright. Enjoy the rest. few more moments to surrender, to let go. And before we invite movement back into the body, come back to your why. And with that why present in your heart and in your mind, deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. And gather those knees into your chest and find those little rocks, little circles across the sacrum. And let's rock it on over to our right side, turning your forehead down onto your mat, moving your right shoulder out of the way if you need. This space keeps us connected to our truth and our intuition. Trust within yourself. Listen to yourself. And let's lift it on upright, coming into a cross-legged position. Hands to your knees. Feeling that subtle lift through your core. So feeling that your ribs are right over top of your pelvic floor. That soft palate right up above your rib cage, right up above your diaphragm. Let's take a deep inhale, arms up to the sky, palms together. Let's gather them into heart center. And we'll find that ah, ooh, And my divine light honors each and every one of yours. Namaste. Yay. Very well done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, you're welcome, Ruby. Yeah, you're welcome.